I recently decided that it was time to rebuild my benchtop power supply. So I breadboarded out a circuit with a couple of LM317s, one of them that would do limited current and one that would allow me to adjust the voltage. The one I had just been laying around and only went down to 5 volts, which, not enough. Gotta go lower. Gotta go much lower. So here I'm making a high wattage resistor out of about 18, 22 ohm resistors I had laying around. I wanted to make one big 3 ohm resistor, and that worked out fine. This is the circuit for the adjustable voltage part of it, and here's all the parts. And basically took a hunk of copper-clad board I had lying around and traced it out. And I like to do my layouts on graph paper first, and I use the pins of the devices as placeholders, basically, and I hold the device itself on the paper when I mark those dots for each pin. And then I connect all the lines myself to make the circuit all by hand. After that's done, you put some gloves on and clean off a copper-clad board, and then you can just transfer that design exactly, again using the parts as guides onto the copper-clad board with Sharpie. And then once that's done, you get some pretty nasty ferric chloride. And ferric chloride basically is going to wash all the copper away that is exposed, and all the copper that is under the Sharpie's ink will remain. And so you basically just put it in a little jug like that, make sure it's well ventilated, and you swirl it around. This probably took 10 minutes or so. And then when it's done and you can see just all the copper is gone, you just wash that off with rubbing alcohol, and all the Sharpie comes right off, and you have your own circuit board, one of a kind. After that, I started soldering the parts back on. This is the AC input, and that goes through that big rectangle as the AC rectifier that turns the AC voltage into DC, and then pipes it through the regulator, the current shunt, which then goes through the voltage regulator, which then goes out to whatever circuit I happen to be using. Those 3 wires on the right are for the voltage meter on the front that lets me know what voltage I'm setting, and that's a beauty shot, and that's how it looked. After a quick test, I decided it was good enough and started hot gluing everything to all hell. Again, this is one of a kind. It doesn't have to look pretty. It's going to be in a box for the rest of its life. Better for it to be sturdy than pretty. I tinned the ends of some pretty thick wire and ran it to these banana outlets on the front. And then used the same kind of wire to run the connection from the AC power supply into the new DC adjustable power supply I was constructing. And then here's the first shakedown cruise. It's got some exposed AC in the back, so careful. This knob will let me adjust all the way down to 1.2, which is what I wanted, so that's perfect. Now it's just time to box it all up, screw it all back together, and power it up and start playing with a much cleaner power supply that didn't induce a terrifying hum into all my audio circuits. So, hope this was helpful or interesting. I don't know.